information I think will be planned for May. In regard, the Parks and Rec Commission was very specific in that they wanted a higher priority for that particular project. And the things that they were looking to include is upgrading the electrical. For those that may have been down at Grant, we know how challenging the electrical situation can be. HVAC, so that there would not only be heating, but cooling as well, and the addition of hot water. So those are the main elements that they are looking to incorporate, and Parks and Rec did put a very strong recommendation to have that considered sooner. So I wanted to provide that update to the Senior Commission, and we are planning to bring back more details at the May Senior Commission meeting. That's when it is anticipated. And the only other part, and I think, which is true of, unfortunately, we don't have an unlimited budget. So the only caveat I will put before you is that there are many projects within Los Altos. And so part of the budget process will be to determine the feasibility of what they can fund when. So again, know that the Park and Rec Commission has really strongly recommended that that be considered as soon as possible, but it will be up against, I won't say against, it will be considered alongside many of the other projects that the city has on their plate as well. And then getting into some fun things, with the Park and Rec department, we have our upcoming spring event. We have not been able to host a spring event for the past 2 years due to the pandemic, but we are bringing back in a modified capacity. It's called our Bunny Bound event, and we are requiring registration so that we know about how many people to expect. People will get goodie bags, and this is in collaboration and partnership with the Los Altos Library Friends. And so they are sponsoring our goodie bags and some of the baskets that will be up for raffle. And you will also have an opportunity to take pictures with our spring bunnies as well. So it should be a fun event out at the community center, and it will be held on Saturday, April 16th from 9 to 2 p.m. So registration is currently open. Families, and one family just needs one registration. Even if you have a couple of kids in the family or nieces, nephews, you just have to make one, and then people can come in for that time frame to take pictures and receive their goodie bags. And also, spring and summer registration is open. So our postcard mailer went out to all of our residents to let people in the community know that registration is open. And again, it is for our spring classes, which will happen now through about the beginning of June. And then also some of our summer camps and programs are also available for registration now too. And with that, I will turn it over to Cherry to give her update. And then from there, we'll go to Sarah Robustelli in the Hills.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Jamie. That was a great introduction. It's good to see you all. Well, we're starting off April with a get-together party at Grant Park for pickleball. For our pickleball fans, because our gym, the Egan gym, will be closed the week of April 12th through the 17th. So we're going to go outdoors for that week and have a party. The party will be Wednesday, April 13th. We're going to start around 11 a.m. and go all the way to closing that day. So we're going to have fun contests, going to have refreshments, and just a lot of laughter, I'm sure, because that's what we're doing these days anyway. As Jamie was saying, we've started our indoor pickleball. As you all know, I announced that last month, and it's going pretty strong. We have a lot of newbies. If you don't know what that is, raise your hand. No, just kidding. We have a lot of new folks coming out, and they are learning to play the game of pickleball. So I invite you to come. Chris has come down and she's gotten a little taste of pickleball. So I'm just hoping that we'll see you guys out there. It would be a great way to, if you want to even just come out and observe, it would be great. I'm sure you'd have a lot of fun. So that's what's happening in April, early April. And then April 28th, we're having a Culinary Day Trip in Palo Alto, where we're going to be going to a no-host lunch at the Sundance Steakhouse. And from there, we're going to be going to a popular bakery, Kara's Cupcakes, to test their creative decorating freshly baked cupcakes. And the participants will be making their own cupcakes to take home with them. And all we ask is that you save me one. That will be a charge of $40 for residents and $48 for non-residents. We will have a full transportation effort there so everyone can enjoy just socializing as they're on the bus that goes to that event. And then in May, we're going to be having excuse me, back up to April. We have movies that are Thursdays, and they are $1 for residents, $2 for non-residents, and they're going to be showing A Pocket Full of Miracles, starring Bette Davis. Yes, we do believe in classics, so we're going to be showing that for April, and then for May, we're going to be showing The California Suite, starring Maggie Smith, Jane Fonda, Alan Alda, all kinds of folks that I'm sure Walter Matthau that we all probably remember. So come on out and enjoy that. It's right there in our Cedar Room at the LACC, or Los Altos Community Center. And as always, we have our classes that are going on, but those are our main special events. And we are going to start some new activities. Our Rummy Cube is coming. We're going to start having a Thursday game day. So Rummy Cube is coming. Anyone familiar with that game? That's where you combine rummy and mahjong, actually. So come on out and check that new activity out. And then we're going to have a jeweler who's going to come in and start showing us how to make jewelry, and then also doing a knitting class. So those are programs that are being developed for our spring sessions and will carry over into summer. So without any further ado, that's pretty much what we have going on. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you. So my name's Sarah Robustelli, and I will be reporting on some of the Town of Los Altos Hills items. For community events, I'm going to go over April and May community events that we will be hosting. So in the upcoming weeks, we have a Hoppin' Hounds, which is a dog biscuit hunt for dogs. This supports Pets in Need, which serves the community of Los Altos as well as Los Altos Hills. We are requiring advanced registration for this year. And then, so that's happening April 16th from 9 to 10:30. That is an on-leash hunt in one of our largest preserves. Then in April, we also have our Earth Day celebration, which will be taking place Sunday, April 24th. 1 to 4. This is if the senior commission would like to do recruitment or would like a table. We do ask any committees are welcome to host a table for informational reasons. But we'll have a host of different things, such as electric vehicles. There will be a hike at 2 o'clock with Grassroots Ecology, who will talk about conservation and some of their maintenance efforts that they've been undertaking in Burn Preserve. And then we will also have 2 demonstrations from Ron. He is a vendor. He'll be bringing reptiles and amphibians, and we're doing a show at 1:30 as well as 3:30. So that should be a lot of fun. Again, welcoming that back for the first time in 2 years. And then as we transition to May, we have our Pathways Run Walk, which is a 5K, 10K, 1 mile or a 1 mile fun run. That's held the day before Mother's Day, Saturday, May 7th at 9 a.m. up at West Wind Community Barn area. And that is a fee-based event. And then for one of our other events in May, we have a brand new one that comes from our Parks and Rec Committee. They will be hosting a Cornhole Tournament. This is free to participate. It is the first year we're trying this. It's going to be at Prisma Park. Open to anyone who would like to come out and give it a try. May 22nd, which is a Sunday from 1 to 3. And then based on signups, food might be an option. So, but since it's brand new, we're gonna see how the enrollment goes. Now transitioning to senior programming, we are partnering with Santa Clara County Public Health on upcoming, this week, we have Dementia Friends Session, which will be taking place on April 6th, which is Wednesday. And then they are also leading another session called Mind Diet, May 4th. These are free programs that you just need to register with. So, and they're all virtual. And then one other program that is being hosted is June 1st, which is Aging Gracefully at Home. So those are the items that I wanted to report in terms of senior programming. And then I just wanted to also, our new city manager has updated and has been sending out city manager weekly reports. We encourage anyone who wants to stay up to date on what's going on in the hills to subscribe by going to the town's website. They're really informational. There is breakouts of regarding what every department's doing, and just really keeps you up to date. So we encourage anyone who's interested to sign up and get that in your inbox. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Now, thank you so much, Sarah. And one other piece that I forgot to mention, I dangled this earlier in the meeting, but I will fully report out that this will be the last Ring Central webinar / meeting that we will use because of the challenges with this particular platform. We will actually be pivoting to use Zoom. So in May, we will be hosting our virtual meetings via Zoom. The only other update, we don't have an exact date, but we are anticipating, they're still kind of discussing and working out the details, but we are hoping that maybe starting sometime in mid-summer, this might be in the July or August timeframe, that we might transition to a hybrid, and so partial in-person and virtual component. But details are still being worked out. So for now, we will still be virtual and via Zoom for our next meeting. So I will close with that. And as Sarah said, if there are any other questions, I will open it back up to the commission and turn it back over to Chair Cohen.
Are there any other questions? Thank you. Thank you for your report. So those were great. Okay, then our last item is request for future agenda items. There's one already itemized here, the Grant Park Capital Improvement Program, which you're going to present at the next one, Jamie. And the other one, there were two other ones mentioned, but the main one I think was the age-friendly. We want to have that, the work plan and the age-friendly progress report. So those are the two things that I remember. Does anybody have other things that they would like to discuss next meeting?
I think we have a pretty full agenda for next meeting,
Yeah.
given the report.
The work plan alone, right? Yeah. Okay. So I think we're finished.
Good to go.
So can I have a motion to dismiss the meeting? What's the word?
Adjourn is the word.
Adjourn the meeting.
Right.
Can I have a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn.
Thanks. Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Jamie.
you.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you for the meeting. That was good. Good meeting.
Good
Thank
one.
you.
Oh, fabulous. And everyone, that was exactly an hour. It's 4:29.
Yeah, thank you so much for setting